Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is officially a brand new week, and that of course means we got some new updates coming to Warzone in the next few days, including the next step of the Rebirth Reinforced Event, which is going to ultimately unlock the brand new Easter egg for Rebirth, and we got plenty of other changes coming up here soon as well, some XP events, all sorts of stuff going on. Today we're breaking it all down as we go through it all. If you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. It really does help the channel grow. And if you're new here, or if you have not already subscribed, every single day I got you covered with all things going on in COD. So feel free to hit that sub button, turn on those post notifications. That way you can always guarantee you are up to date. Also, if you ever want to pick up a pair of Gamer Advantage glasses, blue light glasses are the wave, and nobody does them better than Gamer Advantage. They got a bunch of different colorways, lens options, frame options, you name it, they got it for you. As always, code WhosImmortal gets you a nice little discount, and the link for that will be down in the description below. So first things first, because it is a brand new week, that of course means we are going to see a new routine playlist update. We're essentially now smack dab in the middle of season 2 reloaded. We have this week's playlist update, then only 2 more after that until we are at the end of season 2 and season 3 is upon us. And honestly, when it comes down to it, between all the playlist updates that we've had already and what we have left, I feel like this week's is probably going to be the biggest of them all because of the debut of Plunder on Rebirth, which has been requested for months and months and months and seasons and seasons and seasons at this point. But in general, starting on Thursday, April 7th for Caldera, we're going to see standard battle royale solos, duos, trios, and quads. We're essentially going to see this every single week until the end of season 2. No changes there. All the squad sizes are always going to be available for that. So of course you can use any weapons you want, any operators you want from any game, MW, Cold War, Vanguard, it does not matter there. For Rebirth Island this week, this is pretty much where everything is going on. We still do have Resurgence solos, duos, trios, and quads. So another week where they are keeping around solos. You'll love to see it. We also still have Payload 12v12. Honestly, a pretty good mode for leveling up weapons, getting some quick XP and whatnot. But the exciting part, we also have the debut of Blood Money quads, or Plunder quads, on Rebirth for the very first time ever. I believe it is finally happening. And you look at the contract spam on Rebirth, that's already been a great way to level up weapons. You look at the various plunder methods you could use to level up weapons, and then you combine the two. This mode's going to be great for all types of players. If you want to just mess around on Rebirth, you can do so. If you want to rank up weapons fast, you can do so. It's awesome. And then on top of that, this is also going to be the final week, the final full week I should say, of the Rebirth Reinforced Event, as that's actually coming to a close on April 13th at 9 p.m. Pacific time, which is kind of interesting. Usually we don't see events come to a close at night unless it's like the battle pass at the end of a season. So it is quite possible that we see a big update go live on April 13th, perhaps around that time when this update ends up happening that removes Rebirth Reinforced. Of course, we're still a little ways out from that. We don't have any official information on that as of right now, but it is something interesting to know. Usually the events end at like 9 or 10 a.m. Pacific. So it's curious that this one's happening at the end of the day as opposed to the start. Now, obviously, before Rebirth Reinforced can come to a close, we gotta have our 4th and final community challenge unlock, also the 4th personal challenge unlock as well. And this one is the important one. Of course, we just had the payload one going on this past week that started off back on Thursday. This one will be completed this week easily. Then the final challenge has to do specifically with Blood Money and Plunder on Rebirth. We wouldn't be able to complete it up until Thursday when the playlist update goes live. But this one is relatively straightforward. Operators have to gather a combined $40 trillion in blood money on Rebirth Island. I imagine that'll only take a couple of days to complete. And after that challenge is completed, we are going to unlock the Golden Vault Mystery, as it's called, which is essentially the major Easter egg for Rebirth Island as we know it right now. And honestly, we don't know much about what is going to be in these vaults. There is 3 vaults in total. One is obviously down towards that stronghold and security area just underneath the lighthouse. It's just going to be built into sort of like the mountain or the hill right there. There's also one that is around the Nova area, or the docks building, that's down on one of the ground floors. And then there's also one way over by Long in the little circle cutout of the map as well. So we have all these vaults. We don't really know what exactly they're going to, contain. If it's going to be a special blueprint, which has sort of been teased in the past, maybe that's what's going to be happening here. It could just be some other in-game rewards. Obviously, we have all the key cards that we can use in the whole stronghold and security area now. but we haven't had a way to access these vaults, and we won't have a way to access these until we end up seeing this community challenge completed. But after that does happen, we're going to finally get the new Rebirth Island Easter egg. If it's anything major, of course, we'll be covering it here on the channel. If it's just, you know, a specialist bonus for everybody guaranteed again or something like that, we really don't have an idea. We'll see what happens there, but should be pretty cool. I'll be keeping an eye on it for sure and filling you guys in if there is anything crazy that stems from that. Then, in addition to all the playlist stuff, all the Rebirth Reinforced stuff going on this week, we do also have a couple of different XP events kicking off as well. First up, on April 6th and going all the way until April 13th, we are going to see some double battle pass XP or some double battle pass tier progression for everyone on all platforms and in all modes, which is especially useful considering that for the past couple of days, battle pass progression has been completely broken. You could play for 6 hours and not even progress a single tier. It's been basically frozen, I would say, is the best way to describe it. So super unfortunate there. Also tying in the fact that just general battle pass progression this entire season has been abysmally slow, way slower than normal for no real reason. So we do have a week of double battle pass XP coming up here. If you're looking to get those tier 100 rewards or just finish out your battle pass, definitely jump on and grind out some games this week. That'll be ideal for that. Then on top of that, starting with the playlist update on April 7th and going for an entire week until April 14th, we are going to see some double regular XP exclusively in Rebirth Blood Money on all platforms. So if you want to get your seasonal rank up, be sure to jump into some Rebirth Plunder once that's live. Outside of that though, nothing else going on for XP events. Also, while we are on the Trello, no real updates here outside of those XP events. Obviously, as far as the issues go, those are all still the same that we've covered here previously. The same issues with the Padmavati skin that doesn't work correctly in game, blocks your vision. Still issues with the game launching in windowed mode on PC. The buy station glitch where it keeps resetting where you're trying to select, super annoying, also still on the Trello board. And then like I just talked about, that battle pass XP where it's not progressing, they are aware of that and they are going to be fixing that at some point here in the near future. Ideally this week. We don't really have any planned updates that we know of for this week outside of Thursday's playlist update. We could very well see a surprise patch notes update go live later today, tomorrow, Wednesday. Really any day is possible because their update schedule is just so sporadic at this point. Obviously though, if an update does go live, there are patch notes to cover. We'll be covering that here on the channel, so stick it here for that. Outside of that, we really only saw one other thing happen over the past couple of days, and that was the launch of the Gustavo operator. Obviously, Gustavo is the third and final operator for season 2, so we essentially have the entire reloaded roadmap now complete with the exception of one item. Obviously, we now have all the multiplayer content that was previewed, all the Warzone content that was previewed. The only thing we're missing now is the Snoop Dogg operator, and he's dropping in-game for Vanguard and Warzone on April 19th, so that's all we really have left as far as planned seasonal content goes. We still have quite a few weeks left here in the season. As of right now, it's looking like it's going to end around April 25th or 26th, at least according to the Battle Pass countdown timer. We should get some more information on that in the coming weeks, but as far as like major content goes, it looks like we don't really have all that much of it left. It's more so just playlist updates, maybe some patch note updates and blog posts, previewing some future content. We'll have to wait and see for that stuff. But that said, that is effectively everything we know about the upcoming update for Warzone this week. That's going to wrap things up for today. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it, would be seriously appreciated. And if you're new here or if you have not already subscribed, I got you covered with all things going on in COD every single day. So feel free to hit that sub button and turn on those post notifications. That way you'll always know whenever I post a new video. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code WhosImmortal for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, and Control Freak products, and the links for all those can be found down in the description below. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.